One of the biggest things that you are doing that is holding you back from moving beyond the 50K per month plateau that you are at right now. This is also applicable to you who are beyond that plateau and making more money than that, but you desire to take it to a whole new level, that 10x in income, influence, and impact. Welcome to today's transmission. I'm Spence, your fellow soul brother on this golden age entrepreneurship journey, founder of New Earth Business Coaching. And it's my mission with these daily transmissions to provide you with the tools, tips, and strategies in the realms of consciousness, leadership, and New Earth business so that you can create a $1 million movement, awakening humanity through your transformative products, services, and offerings, and learn to cultivate the energies of joy, expansion, creativity, and flow in your business and life. So, what is that thing that I see all the time when people come to me? Visionary, awakening, conscious entrepreneurs, huge hearts, great businesses. They've been an expert at getting transformation for a while. They've worked with other business coaches, but yet they feel plateaued. You feel plateaued. You know, there's a lot more potential. You want to get to that next level of potential in a short amount of linear time, aka collapse the time frame. What is the big thing when we go through and I talk with you and I coach you and we audit where you're at and we do a full back end business dive into looking at how you've architected your business? What's the big thing that I see that's stopping you? It's not that you don't have ads. It's not that you don't show up and create content. It's not that you don't have some crazy strategy. And what it is you're not staying 100% in your own lane, in your own energy, in your own direct personal relationship to the divine, God, source, creator, consciousness, however you want to term it, the great mystery, all that was, all that is, all that will be, ever be, the great energy, whatever. There's, that divine energy that's coming in, and you're not allowing it to come through in a way that's totally uniquely you, and it's holding you back from creating a massive movement and having a lot of momentum with what you're bringing forward through your business and mission into the earth realm. Why is this? It is because, in addition to being in the long prophesized by every major religion, spiritual tradition, golden age, golden dawn, great awakening, we're in the early stage of that. Besides being in that, we're also in what I call the age of attention. The age of attention, or the age of inattention, or misattention. I don't even know if those are words, but I felt like that would describe the opposite of the age of attention. What I mean by this is where you place your attention is where energy is going to flow. And so many awakening conscious visionary entrepreneurs that come into my world are not keeping 100% focus on staying in their own lane. The biggest cause of this is looking at too many other people that are doing similar things. It's looking at other coaches. It's looking at other industry leaders. And what happens here is when you spend your time looking at what other people are doing and focusing on their success and what they're doing, you're actually bringing in scarcity and lack energies because you are playing into the patriarchal business trap of competition. And yes, for many of you, this is subtle. For the conscious visionary awakening entrepreneur, most of the time you've done a lot of this healing and evolving in your business and your life, your spiritual, mental, emotional, physical aspects. You've done a lot. That's what makes you visionary. That's why you're well on the awakening path. But we get into the subtle energetics after that. And this is why when people come and work with me at New York Business Coaching, we don't wholesale your business. We make the 5 to 10% of tweaks, critical key tweaks that expand your energy and your genius, like 10, 20, 100x, infinite, really. So we make these subtle tweaks. And one of the big tweaks we make is getting you back in your own lane. Stop following almost everywhere. Start trusting yourself. What I see is so many people are like, oh, what is this coach doing? What's she posting today? What is this influencer doing? Blah, blah, blah. What strategy they're using? Oh, they're working with some business coach that's famous, so I must use their thing. Rather than actually starting your day by meditating on who you are as a leader, tapping into what is meant to come through you today in the medium of business, sacred commerce. How can I give value? What is flowing through me today? Those that you see are exploding their businesses in all realms while still having joy and loving their life is because they're 100% in their own lane. Now, 100% in your own lane doesn't mean that you might not get support. It doesn't mean that you might do some market research. It doesn't mean that you might harness ChatGPT to help you come up and do some, create some frameworks. Doesn't mean that at all. But what it means is that you're constantly checking back in with yourself when you take every action, every task, you make every decision in your business, whether seemingly big or seemingly small, from a place of closing your eyes, tuning into your heart space, feeling like, is this what the divine energy wants to bring forth? Is this uniquely me? If so, you'll get an obvious feeling and then you can implement, you can take action on that. But so many of you are running around right now where you're not actually tuning into that, and the decisions are actually being made by the external matrix. The other coaches are subtly making the decision for you. Your ego is is exploiting you into the old ways of competition and control. Now, if you're looking at other coaches stuff, that's fine, but make sure you're looking at it, or a quote unquote other person in your industry. Make sure you're looking at it from a place of, okay, is this working? Is this deep research? What are they doing? Okay, not immediately going over and copying the reel like some frantic tizzy. No, you're gonna stop and say, okay, tune in my heart. Does that seem like a good thing? Could I work with this medium in a similar way? Am I feeling like I'm competing or comparing myself to this person or this idea? And then when you do that, guess what happens? You're going to get interesting compounding on that. You're going to come up with a better, more unique idea that's you, that's ultimately encoded with your unique frequency, your unique signature, which is then harnessed by the law of vibration with soulmate clients. They're vibrating a similar vibe. They love what you're doing. The law of resonance takes over, and then this is how your business can snowball into $1 million movements full of ride or die soul tribe members who are going to buy from you no matter what happens during the economic evolution, the resets that are coming, as well as generally the great awakening at large. Your uniqueness needs to be shared. And part of staying in your own lane is sharing that uniqueness. It's not holding back your truth. It's not holding back your quirks. It's not holding back all of who you are. It's about actually being vulnerable and showing that and saying, here I am as this human, this God's source, creator, fractal of the divine, having this human experience, choosing to be an entrepreneur, golden age entrepreneur. And I'm unique. I have this divine connection and trust flowing through me, which means it's going to be uniquely me, and it's going to work a lot better. I think one of the biggest things with this is just asking yourself the question once a day for 30 days. In this moment, am I 100%, am I totally in my own God-sourced energy? Am I in my own lane right now? And answer truthfully. The ego is going to want to answer that for you, but answer beyond the ego. Answer from the core of your heart space, from that divine energy. Watch your business change. Watch amazing ideas show up and watch your ability to implement on them accelerate. This is the stuff that actually creates 10 and 20x's, 100x's in your revenue. These are the quote unquote breakthroughs. It's not some crazy strategy. It's about, are you actually being 100% uniquely you? Now, how to stay in your own lane. Number one, stop following people. If you need to check someone's profile on Instagram or Facebook, okay, great. Just remember their handle, put it in, their name, type their name in, go check it out. Do it with discernment, but cut out all the things you see. Maybe use one of those feed blockers on Facebook that you can install, and then just do everything from your profile where you're like, oh, someone commented, great, but cut out what other people are doing. Don't be distracted because it's subtle, right? You don't need to see what every one of your clients is doing all the time. You can go and check out what they're up to once a week or whatever. They're going to tell you on the calls and in your programs and stuff where they're at anyway. Stop watching a lot of news. Big one is the truther stuff, the conspiracy porn, right? That stuff is huge. I get caught up in sometimes, but I just trust that the information that I need to know for where I am, because you still have to know local news, What if they're putting a lockdown in? What if they're trying to do this shady tax thing? It's still good to know that and have a pulse. That's part of being a world bridger, where you still have a pulse on the old bro without consenting endlessly to it and consciously moving towards that new earth more and more and more. But just know that that stuff's going to show up. Someone's going to message you. Someone's going to text you. You can set alerts, whatever. Don't be in your email inbox all day. Go in your inbox 1 or 2 days. Subtle things. That's very subtle. Addiction to social media, checking your phone so many times a day, often is taking you out of your God source energy. It's taking you out of your own lane because you're not getting exposed to so many more people, even if they're getting back to comments and stuff for people wanting information from you, wanting your freebies, wanting to sign up. Great. Well, why can't you do that in 1, 2, 3 times a day rather than opening your phone 20 times? What is that saying about staying in your own lane? If you got to open up Instagram app 20 times, that's an addiction. That's not a focused, strategic, simplified, easeful business. That's an addiction. Call it what it is. If you want some help how to recreate that, bring that safety and support and stability into your business so that way you can expand and not feel like you have to check and always be on, hit me up. New Earth Business Coaching can help you. My high proximity containers are for you. Stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane. Learn to come back to your own lane over and over and over again. And no, this is a realigning. This is a training process. The matrix is very deep. The old patriarchal business ways are very deep. This is why we have to train. We have to practice. We have to have grace for ourselves. We have to ask these questions consistently. And naturally, with time, we'll train yourself to stay in more in your own lane. And this is where literal miracles happen. This is where the rocket ship happens. This is where you 10x your business very quickly within a month or two. This is where your amazing collaborations come in. This is where clients are just showing up like crazy. This is how you buy the new land or expand your community, have time, energy, resources to put into whatever you desire for your New Earth vision. That all comes back from you staying in your own lane. You're an original. You're not here to copy. Sure, you can take inspiration. You don't need to reinvent the wheel when it comes to building a webinar funnel or something like that. But are you constantly copying and looking what other people are? Or are you staying in your own lane? Sometimes you're going to come to a crossroads when you're making these decisions, and it's going to be, hey, do I want to do it the old way, or do I have something that's the new way that feels really good for me? Well, take the new way. The patriarchal business system will tell you to take the other way. Oh, it's already been done. It works. Okay, great. Well, if you're getting a very like sacral heart yes for the new way, do that. And if you're still training yourself around that, that's why you have a business coach like me. Because guess what? We can co-create that process. You come to me, you say, hey, I like this. This is a new way. It feels really great for me. It's a little bit of a different take on what someone else is doing. Maybe it's a completely different take. And then you have a secondary perspective. And this is why people pay them $50,000 to $100,000 sometimes for certain packages. Because I have that higher level perspective and I can look at it without fully influencing your energy and putting you down in your niche genius. So we can have a conversation, quick little chat and say, hey, okay, is this 100% you? Does it feel good? Is there a level of strategy here? So we're not going to have you burn 1, 2, 3 months on something that may not work. But I'm never going to tell you not to do it. It'll be about how do we make a few little tweaks that are in resonance with you that you might not be seeing right now. So that way, the whole project, the new offer, whatever, can be a $250,500 irresistible offer, or that funnel that you build out, you don't put 100 hours into it, and then it doesn't actually work. But it's still staying 100% in your own lane. And that's what makes us different here at New Earth Business Coaching, is we don't impress upon our clients that this is the only way. And yeah, maybe there are times when doing it a little bit differently can be very beneficial, but never ever are we going to say you have to do this. That's just not how business works. That's not golden age entrepreneurship. Staying in your own lane and having a level of support to help you stay in your own lane and to bring you back when you might be wandering a little bit is how you move beyond that $50,000 a month plateau, reoccurring income, and way beyond that. So if this resonated, these transmissions come out every single day. So please subscribe right now. If you're on Spotify, go over and hit that little bell, set up an alert so you get an update, listen to them. If you're going to have one piece of potential business perspective come in every single day, let it be this golden age entrepreneurship show. And if you feel called to go deeper, I want you to reach out to me at New Earth on Instagram, at New Earth, the little period sign, business. That's as well as my website. You can send me an email there with the form. www.newearth.business. Let's have a conversation. If you're an awakened, visionary entrepreneur who wants to Evolve your established business into $1 million movement that awakens humanity, pays you for life through reoccurring income, and most importantly, energizes you into the states of joy, flow, creativity, expansion, so that you have time freedom and the financial freedom to do all the other things that you love to do outside of your business, creating new earth. Come work with me. We're going to shift you into a movement. We're going to rewire and re-engineer your back-end systems for simplicity, so you actually have time freedom. And we're going to make sure you have irresistible offers with actual client pathways and funnels that allow people to apply and purchase from you while you sleep. So that way you can start getting into the new normal, which is waking up every morning to lots of new ideal soulmate tribe members coming into your business on repeat over and over and over again. And you're waking up to that beautiful Stripe and PayPal notifications, and they're ideal, and you're super pumped to work with them. That's what we do here in New Earth Business. I'd love to co-create with you. I'll see you in a future episode, which, by the way, is tomorrow, because there's 365 days of the Golden Age entrepreneurship starting now. From my heart to yours, I love you, and keep on flowing.